Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Sunny and I'm just going to be doing a basic face tutorial for you guys, and then we're just going to make a quick little drawing after. So this is Procreate. I'm just using my Apple Pencil and my iPad. So let's get right to this. I'm just going to be drawing, I'm just going to be teaching you guys to draw eyes, noses, and mouths in my style, and this is going to be very exciting for me. I'll do a couple examples of how I draw my eyes, how I draw my noses, and how I draw my mouths, and then we'll combine it all together to create a drawing. So let me just screen record real quick. Alright, so let me find my 6B pencil. Alright, it's right there. Okay. And I'm just gonna find a basic brown color. I find drawing in black isn't very appealing to me, but drawing in brown definitely sets a warmer tone for drawing. So, alright, eyes. Eyes are part of, they're probably the most important part when it comes to a face, probably because they associate so much emotion in them. I mean, if you're trying to convey a character of seriousness or darkness, unless it's intentional, you don't want to have happy looking, wondrous filled looking eyes, because then that would totally off-put what people are seeing if they look at your piece. So eyes definitely have a big part to play when it comes to characters and when it comes to emotions. Definitely, it's part of the reason why I like them so much. I love drawing them because eyes can totally determine the way a person looks at a piece of art or whatnot. So basically, I'm just gonna draw a simple eye without, it's just a normal looking eye. And I normally just start with drawing the top lid, then I draw the bottom lid. Let me darken that up a little bit, and I'm always gonna draw the little part where the tears come out of the eye. I totally forgot what that is called, but I know it's very important. So that little piece right there. And I'm gonna add a top lid and a bottom lid. Always have those. That way the eye looks more realistic and in-depth. And I just drew the pupil right there. Alright. And I feel like you should always darken the top lid first, because where the shadow is, especially, and the shading of the iris. And now I'm shading the skin around the eye. I'm definitely going to shade around the top a little bit more, at the bottom. And give it a bit more shading. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now I can take you into drawing a cartoonish eye, kind of like the ones that if you were drawing a character, like a childlike character, or a character with, or maybe you have a really cartoony kind of kawaii looking style, then you would draw like this eye, which very happy looking, like that. Or if your character was more demanding or cold, not cold, well, if they were demanding or they were serious, they more authoritative, you could give them this eye. You don't have to do the eyelash if it's a boy, of course. I just drew eyelashes on all of them. But as you can see, this eye conveys a kind of dramatic and intense type of person. So if a person has those eyes, you would maybe take them for seriousness or stuff like that. And I just do some shading over there also, making the eyelashes a little bit more dramatic. So like I said, you got the normal looking eye, the cartoonish eye, and then you have the eye for people that you like to convey. Alright, now we did 3 basic types of eyes, so now we're just going to move right into noses. I just had the eraser. Noses. Alright. So for noses, noses are also very important. And I'm just going to draw my simple, kind of like a realistic type of approach. And I'll take it on from there. So, me just sketching out my realistic nose from my mind, no reference involved here. So basically I just drew 2 little nostrils and added some shading around those nostrils. And basically, like I said, a nose can determine a lot about people because there's so many different noses in our world. Whether, because many people have different noses because they're from different places, and drawing these noses can be respect to other people of those places. So that's why I like noses so much. It can determine where you came from, and it can also give respect to those. So now I'm just drawing a little cartoonish nose. I just did the basic circle and then I did a little rainbow where the nose should be. And that's me drawing another nose, basically. So those were my 3 types of noses, and now we're gonna go right into mouths. My mouths are cartoonish, which I just realized does not really correlate with what's going on. But basically when I draw my mouths, I will always shade the top lip first. Like I just draw a top lip and then I draw like a little rainbow underneath for the bottom. So this was just a sad mouth right now. And this is like this would be if a person had big lips and a small mouth, or they're, pushing their lips together. But basically, remember the top lip is always shaded and the bottom is just a little U. And now for the cartoonish types of mouth, this is just basically with the mouth yelling wide open if someone was really excited. So I drew the teeth and the tongue underneath, and I just shaded inside. And I'm giving them little cheeky marks, because that's just kind of like a cartoonish type of mouth. And finally, we're just gonna try to draw some full lips, because I just realized I haven't drawn the lips with the actual little divot in them. So let me just try to draw those. Alright, that's me trying. So those are my mouths we got here. Alright. Right, so now basically that we've gone through eyes, noses, and mouths, basically the three elements of the face, now we're gonna move right into just drawing a piece with it. So let's see, we could just draw a normal face. I could draw myself, Sunny. Alright, let's just do that. Alright, so basically we're just gonna start with a basic circle and get my ears going. Those lines are basically where the eyes should be. This is me trying to balance symmetry between the eyes. A second line is your nose. And the third line is the mouth. Eyebrows are also very important. We did not go over them. Basically, they can show emotion. And now I'm bringing reference to my hair. Because I totally forgot how to draw my hair. Alright, here she is. This is Sunny. And now I got her hair shape memorized. So now I'm just gonna draw her hair. But basically, as I was saying, eyebrows have very important parts when it comes to the face. And as I'm defining the face here, I drew the hair, the little sunflower seed clip, as well as the other parts of the hair. And now I'm getting a reference to the skin tone. So I can get that skin tone figured out. Skin tones always have torn me trouble. Especially when it came to traditional, because there is so many times where my skin tones were too orange or too yellow, too red, and I couldn't find the correct match. So skin tones were always tough for me. Maybe if I just like preset a set of skin tones on Procreate, it would be a lot beneficial for me. But I did not do that. So when drawing skin tones, I always use an airbrush. Oopsies. Gotta lower the size of that. But when I draw skin tones, I always use a hard airbrush for the base, and as I add the highlights, I always use a soft one because it blends everything in and it looks a lot more like skin. So this is me basically just doing this, and now the base is done. We're just gonna add some highlights. This is the soft airbrush. Me working at the shading, where this shading's supposed to go in the face, always in the ears, in between the eye and the eyelash, or the eye and the eyebrow, underneath the hair and the neck, some of the nose and the mouth. I did some highlights. Basically, if you wear makeup, kind of like where you put your highlights. If you put highlights, that's where you should put them. And now I'm shading my hair, and I did my eyes. I did a basic hard airbrush for this, as well as the highlights in my hair. Some shading. Do it. Gotta comb my eyebrows. Sometimes I forget that stuff, and it's a little embarrassing when I do. Just adding the final touches to Sunny. Basically, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you like this video, then hit that like button, and I'm going to be making more content like this with my sister, so if you like this, maybe consider subscribing. Alright guys, this is Sunny, and I'll see you later. Bye!